spiritual book in mind? Because I need to read at least 9 verses. Or do you got any topics you want to read about? Any interest, anything like that? Okay, because it's either we go from something that we can already think about, or I just pick something, read 9 verses, and then we get started with the biblical spiritual chat and all that.
Probably just stuff.
If anything comes to your mind, or anything that you already had in mind to talk about or discuss, you can let me know. Or look into. Oh, I should hit that. I should hit this right. I did. There it is. Have you heard of the Tower of Babel? Okay. Now I know you heard about the flood, right?
Yeah, I heard about the flood.
Now you already talked low. Let's see what you sound like. I'm gonna give you the headphones in a minute so you can hear it. So we got YouTube Studio. No. Right here. Yeah. Here. Put that out. And then just start talking from where you're at. And it's gonna, go ahead. Start talking. Start far back, dog. Because I want you to hear how it sounds when you far away too. And then get closer so you can compare.
It's picking up my voice good still though. For the most part. I just gotta keep the same tone, my voice, basically.
So from far away, you still sound good.
Yeah.
So what does it sound like when you get about like right here?
It sounds like I'm in the studio this close.
Okay, let me see. You do your sound test while out. Okay, good. I'm listening.
Yo.
Okay, you sound real loud up there. Okay, now say it again from something from back here. Where you at?
Yo.
Okay, so I guess you don't need to get that close. I tried to make it to where they can hear me from far away. So I don't talk that loud either. I be chilling. But try to be like at least right up here. So lean in a little bit, make sure they can hear you good. All right, let me mute that. I just want to do the audio test. All right, now I gotta go back to the thing and share the screen. Then we can really get started. Then share. Entire. Right here. So we got all kind of topics. We got Tower of Babel, the war in heaven where Satan and his angels got killed. You heard it now?
Yeah.
Did you hear about where the angels came down and had sex with women?
And like they weren't supposed to?
They wouldn't.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
Okay, what else? Nothing comes to mind. Oh, this one was funny. Did you hear? I'm gonna laugh. Nah, I ain't gonna say it now. I might laugh. Okay, well, I'll just read something. Let's see. I think Ecclesiastes 3 is a good one. So I think we just read this, right? For isolation. I remember bringing you
Yeah.
here. So Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 9 at least. So it says, for every for everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, excuse me, a time to plant, excuse me, and a time to pluck up what is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. hmm I was dancing to that. Well, I mean, yeah, recently, definitely recently. A time to throw away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek. Yeah, that's you. That's you, your time right there. Time to seek. Yeah, me too for a different purpose. And a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to throw away, a time to tear, and a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. What gain have the workers from their toil? I have seen, I can pretty much stop right there, but I'm gonna read a little bit more. I have seen, do you know who's writing this? Do you know who wrote this?
No.
Have you heard of Solomon?
Yeah, I have.
He wrote it.
Oh, that's okay. That makes sense.
So he says, I have seen the business that God has given to everyone to be busy with. Okay, I had to make sure I didn't skip nothing. Has made everything suitable for its time. Moreover, he has put a sense of past and future into their minds, yet they cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end. I know that there is nothing better for them than to be happy and to enjoy themselves as long as they live. Moreover, it is God's gift that all should eat and drink and take pleasure in all their toil. And I did. I know that whatever God does endures forever. Nothing can be added to it, nor anything taken from it. God has done this so that all should stand in awe before him. That which is already has been. And, well, it's no and, but it says that which is to be already is. And God seeks out what has gone by. I thought that was the end of the chapter. How much is it? Oh, okay. Moreover, I saw under the sun that in the place of justice, wickedness was there, and in the place of righteousness, wickedness was there as well. I said in my heart, God will judge the righteous and the wicked, for he has appointed a time for every matter. Oh, that's a good one. And for every work. I said in my heart, with regard to human beings, that God is testing them to show that they are but animals. For the fate of humans and the fate of animals is the same. As one dies, so dies the other. They all have the same breath, and humans have no advantage over the animals. For all is vanity, all go to one place, all are from the dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knows whether the human spirit goes upward and the spirit of animals goes downward to the earth? So I saw that there is nothing better than that all should enjoy their work, for that is their lot. Who can bring them to see what will be after them? What you think about that? Anything stand out?
I say like it basically mean like don't be quick to judge other people because like everybody got their time for judgment, I guess.
Okay. I ain't saying you're right or wrong, but I don't know if I saw it like that. I definitely remember the beginning, I read it so many times anyway. But I got a little bit of foresight because I know the rest of it. I know what's coming. So, all right, we'll move on to another topic though. So, what biblical spiritual conversations can we have or throw out there? So, what you got in mind? Did you have anything in mind? Anything you heard about? Example, have you heard about, they say Jesus' birthday was December 25th?
Yeah.
Have you ever verified?
No.
Have you ever asked them to verify it or prove it?
No.
Everybody, I think if you ask any of them, they won't be able to prove it. Because I can't prove it either.
If that was the case, though,
Hmm?
I said if that was the case, so wouldn't a lot of like other stuff need to be proved, like to be true?
Yeah.
And when would his birthday have been if that's the case?
Well, there's nowhere in the Bible that it says it's December 25th. December is not in the Bible at all. So, and it doesn't say when he was born. It just gives like a clue of what time of year it was. And people say it was like more in the summer. I mean, more in like September or somewhere around there. Well, that's it. You got a clue, but no specific date. So we don't know the date. We just know like a season or when it was something like that. So have you heard anything else? Something, I don't know. Anything you got? What you got?
What is like the Bible say spiritually or biblically about music?
Music?
Yeah.
Remember, try to speak, like come up here a little bit when you say it. I just want to make sure they're hearing you. They probably are, but I just want to make sure they're hearing you good. Say it again.
Right. I know it says like to use the harp and sing gospel, but like, what is like? I don't know. What do they say about music?
In the Bible?
Yeah. Or like,
Say a lot. It talks about spiritual songs. It only says it twice, I think. I'm gonna do a search at. Search songs. Let me go all the way to the beginning. So the first time songs occurs is, well, first it says it occurs 134 times, but I don't know how many verses account to what you're talking about, but Genesis 31:27 says, "Why did you flee secretly and deceive me and not tell me? I would have sent you away with mirth and songs, with tambourine and lyre." That must be that girl dad. The next one is, then Moses and the Israelites sang this song to the Lord. I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. Horse and rider, he has thrown into the sea. Oh, that's after the Pharaoh and them died. You heard about that story, right?
yeah, but I can't really remember exactly what happened.
Say it again.
So, yeah, I remember, but I can't really remember exactly what happened.
Do you remember they was trying to? Well, he kept having to go to the Pharaoh and ask him to let the people go. And then the last time when they were leaving, the Pharaoh tried to go after him again. And then God had opened up, split the waters into two. And it was like a high like wall of water on this side and a high wall on that side. And they went through the middle on dry land. And then here come the Pharaoh and them. and they try to chase them going through it. And then the Israelites get to the other side, and then the Pharaoh and his horsemen, they still going through it, trying to get to them. And then the water's collapsing and they drown. And then that song was made after that. That's just part of the song. That's not the whole song, though. So it's a lot of songs in here, but some was after they survived something like the incident that they was just talking about. But let me see if I can pull up the main part that I was talking about. Oh, I had to space it out. Okay, so spiritual songs only occurs. Dang it. I had it and then I hit it. I gotta do it again. So Ephesians, it looked like only the New Testament. Dang it, why they keep doing that to me? I'm trying to scroll down and see the rest of them. And then they keep making me click the links. Let me try to hit right here. There we go. Oh, it's just those two. So I was right, it's only just 2 verses. So it says, as you sing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs among yourselves, singing and making melody to the Lord in your hearts. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly. Teach and admonish one another in all wisdom and with gratitude in your hearts. Sing psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs to God. See, I didn't even remember that last part. It says sing to God, but I do remember it saying make melody in your heart. Well, make a nice melody to God or something like that. I remember that one. I mean, it's got more, but it's like when you search for keywords, I don't think music occurs at all in the Bible. Oh, I was wrong. It occurs 34 times. So let me go to Genesis. Okay. Whoa. Dang it, they did it to me again. All right, so I'm gonna try to hit in the middle. So in 1 Samuel 19:9, it says, then an evil spirit from the Lord came on Saul. Have you heard of Saul, the king?
Yeah.
As he sat in his house with his spear in his hand while David was playing music. I think other translations say he was playing the harp or the lyre, but let me see this, Samuel 19. Let me see. Oh, I didn't know anybody was in the comments. What's up, Cozy? And they probably all gone now. Something told me to come back and check to see if anybody said anything, but they probably gone. If y'all still there, what's up? Dan Venta and Cozy. He said type in the word music also. Look, and that's what I was thinking, but I ain't. The modern translations I think put music in there, but I don't know if the older ones did, like the KJV. Hold on, I gotta go to. I'm trying to get to this tab. What is going on? It looks weird. You see that? That was weird. So I need to go to Blue Letter Bible. I think that's where I'm trying to go. Oh, 1 Samuel 19. I should have just searched it online. I forgot what I was supposed to be doing. See, look, this one's a little different. This one say, Let me make it a little bit bigger. I still didn't really get bigger, did it? Just a little bit. It says, an evil spirit from the Lord was on Saul as he sat in his house with his javelin in his hand, and David played with his hand. See, that one just say he played with his hand. The other one said he played music. But so he was definitely playing the harp though. Now I'm curious. 1 Samuel 19. Let's see what you got. You have to wait. You always talking about some ads. Oh my darn nerve. See, look, this one say while David was playing the lyre. You know what that is?
Some kind of instrument. I can't really.
Yeah, this one substitutes it for a harp. So it's the harp. So some of them say music, some of them say harp, some of them say his hands, but he was definitely playing. To me, he was playing the harp. I wonder what word is there in Hebrew. Oh, look at this. So the King James says, and David was playing music with his hand, but the word music is in italics, if I'm not mistaken, which means it wasn't really in the manuscript. So that's what that is. But harp is in italics right here, so it maybe harp wasn't in the manuscript either. It's making me want to see. Now this one doesn't italicize. It's just harp. Let me see what's behind this. See what's going on around here. Have you ever seen what the Hebrew look like?
No.
This right here. That's modern Hebrew. So we need to find what words are down for, like, he played with his hand, he played the harp music. So right here we got, and David played with his hand. Also, music isn't there. And if music was to be translated, I wonder what would they translate for music. So Yad. This can be translated as hand, by, consecrate, him, power, them, places, tenants, the coast side. Don't say anything about music. It's a lot. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's so much in this definition right here. I probably won't even read it all. Look at how much it is. Oh, it wasn't that bad, but that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. This is all of what it can mean. So, whew. All right. So I don't see music so far. So I wonder where they're getting that from. Yeah, I don't see music in that definition at all. Okay. I just had to check. Oh, Cozy's still here. What's up, Cozy? You got any topics you want to talk about? We're just doing a biblical spiritual discussion. They do say something about, people always bring up how, have you heard of this, where they claim the devil was in charge of music? You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
And they try to tie it to how he got, like, the so-called music industry, and people gotta sell their soul and all that. You ever heard about that?
Yeah.
They try to tie it together, but I don't know, because the way it words it in the scriptures, it's not exactly how they make it out to be. We can check that out. Have you ever looked at that?
Yeah, kind of.
So you seen what they talking about? When they claim this angel was over music?
Yeah, like he took like 1/3 of the angels to rebel against him. Music.
Yeah, I knew it was in Ezekiel, but I just didn't know where. So it says, dang, what's all this crap? Man, I'm trying to read it. It got a bunch of crap popping up. Oh my gosh, let me just keep my mouse down here. So since the Bible does not explicitly state that an angel was over music, I know. But the passages mentioned above suggest a connection between music and the angelic beings mentioned Ezekiel 28:13 and Isaiah 14:11. I didn't know it was in Isaiah. I want to see that one first. Isaiah 11, no, 14. 14. Still certain music. How do I get rid of that? I forget how to get that to go away. That one's doing music. Oh, I think I did it. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I remember this now. You probably heard of this too. Read that real quick. I want to read more, but just read 11. Let me know if you heard this. You gotta get closer. I want to make sure to hear you.
Your pump is brought down to shield. I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Shield.
Shield.
Yeah.
And the sound of your harps. Maggots are the bed beneath you, and worms are your covering.
Okay, stop. Does that sound familiar?
A little bit.
Okay, read the next one. Maybe this will help.
How you are fallen from heaven, O day star, son of dawn. How you are cut down to the ground, you who laid the nations low. You said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven.
Now, watch this. I'm going to go to the same translation, but from another. I'm going to go to another translation, and we're going to read the same thing. Now, it's going to sound a little different, and you might be more familiar with it from another translation. Because it doesn't sound that familiar, does it?
Not that last part.
All right, watch the way they do it. And so this is the NRSV. I'm going to go to another one. So this is the Lexham. How does that say it? What's it say? You have fallen from heaven, morning star. Have you heard of that one? Morning star, son of the dawn. Are you more familiar with that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll read from 11.
Your pride is brought down to shield.
A little bit louder. Just Cozy, do me a favor. Let us know if you can hear him good. I'm trying to make sure he's heard well. If you could do that for me. Okay, go ahead.
Your pride is brought down to shield, and the sound of your harps. Maggots are spread out beneath you like a bed, and your covering is worms. How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of dawn. You are cut down to the ground, conqueror of nations. And you yourself said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will raise up my throne above the stars of God, and I will sit on the mountain of assembly on the summit of Zaphon.
Okay, we'll stop there. Does that sound more familiar?
Yeah,
than the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember that, but I want to get some of the beginning of it too. Do you remember this part? Okay, I'm gonna check to see what Cozy said before I read it. if you said anything, I don't know if you did. Nope. Look like they gone right now. All right.
Can't you go back and listen to it like after?
Oh yeah. So it says, matter of fact, I'll let you read it.
But Yahweh will have compassion on Jacob, and he will again choose Israel and set them on their land. And the immigrant will join himself to them, and they will attach themselves to the house of Jacob. And the nations will take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel will take possession of them in the land of Yahweh as slaves and female slaves. And this will happen. They would take their captors captive and rule over their oppressors. And it shall happen on the day Yahweh gives you rest from your pain and turmoil and hard work and hard labor which you had to perform. That you would take this time against the king of Babylon, and you would say, how the oppressor has seized, his insolence has seized. Yahweh has broken the staff of the wicked, the scepter of rulers that struck the peoples in wrath, a blow without season, that ruled the nations in anger with unrestrained persecution.
Mm-hmm.
All the earth.
Hold on, let me read this real quick. They got a D next to it. Literally persecution without withholding. Oh, okay. Keep going, my bad.
All the earth rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
There goes singing again. Okay, go ahead.
Even the cypresses rejoice over you. The cedars of Lebanon.
Mm-hmm.
Since you were laid down, no wood cutter comes up against us. Sheol below is getting excited over you. To me,
Do you know what a Sheol is?
No.
That's hell.
No.
So think of it as hell, and then you keep going.
It arouses the dead spirits.
No. Start over at 9, but just have that in your mind.
All right. Sheol below is getting excited for you to meet you when you come. It arouses the dead spirits for you. All of the leaders of the earth. It raises all of the kings of the nations from their thrones.
Okay, let's stop right there. So 9 was a pretty deep verse. Now, have you heard of this thing where they say everybody is reincarnated?
Have
you heard of reincarnation at all?
Yeah, but I don't. Something like that. That's real.
No.
No.
But the reason I was going to ask is this kind of ties into that, because it shows that reincarnation isn't the way some people think. Some people think everybody comes back as like an animal, a butterfly, or some human or something. But right here, it's talking about this person who's doing all these things. It said hell below is getting excited over you to meet you when you come. So who is these people that's in the world of the dead, in hell, if everybody comes back as something else or somebody else? Why is it even people down there? But just throwing it out there. And then we get down to 10. Go ahead from 10.
All of them will respond and say to you, you yourself also are made weak like us. You have become the same as us. Your pride is brought down to Sheol in the sound of your harps. Maggots are spread out beneath you like a bed, and your covering is worms. Have you fallen from heaven, morning star, son of dawn? You are cut down to the ground, conqueror of nations.
Okay. So then the next part, go ahead and read that. We got We gotta throw that one in there too.
And you said yourself in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will raise up my throne above the stars of God. And I will sit on the mountain of assembly on the summit of Zaphon.
Keep going.
I will ascend to the high places of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High, but you are brought down a shield to the depths of the pit. Those who see you will stare at you. They will look closely at you. Is this the man who made the earth tremble, who caused the kingdoms to shake?
Okay, stop. From that context, I don't think it was Satan. I mean, Satan could have been in this man, but I don't think it was Satan. You think it was Satan, or do you think it was a man?
I don't know what got into him.
Hmm?
So I don't know what could it have been.
Some people think it was the devil. Some people think it's the king of Babylon. And it did mention the king somewhere right here in verse 4. It says that you will take this taunt against the king of Babylon. Then you will say how the oppressor has ceased. So it's talking about the king of Babylon, which is a man. And then it never stops talking about him. It never directed it to anybody else. So it's about a man, but rather an evil spirit was in that man. It's determined. It could have been, but definitely about a man. But what I first heard was that this was about Satan. So now the other one was Ezekiel 28. I think 13, if I remember right. Yeah. This one is probably going to be the better one of the two. So let me check to see if anybody said anything before we keep going. Nah. Okay, we're good. I think they left. I wonder how much fun. Okay, start at 11. Yeah, because I think above here is something else. It's talking about uncircumcised. You will die the death of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers, for I myself spoke in the flesh. Well, do you want to read from the top to see if it's talking to see if it got anything for what we finna read? That way you'll know. Okay, now I'm interested now. Okay, start at 1.
In the word
you
of
gotta get all the way down to 13, the main part.
yeah.
Are you yawning? Yep.
And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, say to the leader of Tyre.
Okay, keep in mind. Who's talking about?
Jesus.
Who?
He said the Son of Man.
After that, it just said the leader of Tyre.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
Just said the Lord Yahweh, because your heart was haughty, and you said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of the gods.
Don't that sound like the other guy? Remember the king of Babylon?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I sit in the heart of the seas, but you are a human, not a god, and you gave your heart to be like the heart of a god. Look, are you wiser than Daniel, so that no secret is hidden from you? By your wisdom and by your understanding, you have gained for yourself wealth, and you have amassed gold and silver in your treasuries. By the abundance of your wisdom and your trading, you have increased your wealth, and your heart was proud in your wealth. Therefore, this says the Lord Yahweh, because of your regarding your mind like the mind of a God.
Hey. You gotta read more. You gotta do better than that. You sound like a lazy reader right now. We gotta get that voice. You gotta get a better voice. Maybe you gotta clear your throat, drink some water or something. What's gonna sound so clear right now? I'm gonna put the charger on the laptop. Go ahead, let me.
Because of your regard in your mind, like the mind of a God, therefore look, I am bringing strangers over you, the most ruthless of the peoples, and they will draw their swords against the beauty of your wisdom, and they will defile your splendor. And they will thrust you down to the pit, and you will die a violent death in the heart of the seas.
What's up with this heart of the seas? Have you noticed they've been saying that?
No.
You ain't notice that first one? Look. Like right. I sit in the seat of the oh look right there. I sit in the heart of the seas. But this was the man claiming he sit in the heart of the seas. But then you got below. Right about they will right there. So it says they will thrust you down to the pit and you will die a violent death in the heart of the sea. You didn't get that?
Yeah.
So he claimed he was in the heart of the sea and he was going to get thrown down and die in the heart of the sea. I didn't know that. That's the first time I caught that. But go ahead. I ain't read this in a long time.
Will you indeed still say, I am a God before the face of your killers? In effect, you are a human. In effect, you are a human, not a God, in the hand of those who pierce you. You will die the death of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers. For I myself have spoken, declares the Lord of Yahweh. And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, raise a lament over the king of Tyre, and you must say to him, Thus says the Lord Yahweh, you are a perfect model of an example, full of wisdom, perfect of beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God, and every precious stone was your adornment. Carnelian, topaz, and moonstone, turquoise, onyx, and jasper, sapphire. I don't even want to pronounce that word.
Malachite.
Malachite and emerald. And gold was the craftsmanship of your settings. And your mountains in you. On the day when you were created, they were prepared. You were an anointed guardian cherub, and I placed you on God's holy mountain. You walked in the midst of stones of fire. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created, until wickedness was found in you. In the abundance of your trading, they filled the midst of you with violence, and you sinned, and I cast you as a profane thing from the mountain of God. And I expelled you, the guardian cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Your heart was proud because of your beauty. You ruined your wisdom because of your splendor. I threw you on the ground before kings. I have exposed you for viewing. From the abundance of your
you clutch iniquities. You're gonna see that word a lot. I'm trying to tell you.
What does that mean?
Moonwalk. I'll double click it. There we go. Guilt or punishment of iniquity. I think if I scroll down, it'll give us some more. Baby. Not like I wanted, but it can mean like your wrongs, your sins. That's how I understand it. But let's see what it says here. I don't even know if I can spell it properly. I think it's about definition. So the synonyms are sinfulness, immorality, impropriety, wickedness. Definition: immoral or grossly unfair behavior. So I thought it was going to give us more than that, but that's all they gave us. So this one says a wicked act or thing, sin, gross injustice, wickedness. So that kind of gives you an idea of what iniquity is. So let's go back. All right, so start at 18 again.
From the abundance of your iniquities and the dishonesty of your trading,
Hold for a little bit.
I profaned your sanctuaries, and I brought fire from your midst. It consumed you, and I have turned you to ashes on the earth before the eyes of everyone who sees you. All who know you among the peoples are proud over you. You have become as horrors, and you shall case to exist forever.
Cease.
Oh, yeah.
You shall cease to exist forever.
And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, set your face towards Sidon and prophecy against it. You must say, This says the Lord Yahweh.
Okay, pause. So who was it talking about?
That's what I was gonna.
Remember, it was talking about the king.
Sorry.
So it didn't say anything about the devil, Satan, the evil spirit, but it seemed to be like an analogy of this guardian cherub. Now, a cherub is an angel, is a spirit, and they say that he was in the garden. Well, people claim that was the devil. Well, that's why I said if we read it, it might be something different when we go over it. But I didn't see anything about the devil, Satan mentioned. It said a guardian cherub. There it is right there. You were an anointed guardian cherub. And he was talking about the man. And it goes on and on and on and on. But I think if we look at it from another translation, it's going to sound a little different. Your elbow, you all right?
Yeah. Trying to put it all together.
What everything it was saying.
Yeah.
So it said, moreover, in 11, moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, mortal, raise a lamentation over the king of Tyre and say to him, Thus says the Lord God, you were the signet of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. So this is where people kind of say, well, this was about the devil because of this part. But then it says, every precious stone was your covering. Carnelian, chrysolite, and moonstone, beryl, onyx, and jasper, sapphire, turquoise, and emerald, and worked in gold were your settings and your engravings. On that day you were created, they were prepared. With an anointed cherub as guardian I placed you. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked among the stones of fire. You were blameless in your ways from the day that you were created, until iniquity was found in you. In the abundance of your trade, you were filled with violence. Now remember, it talked about the trade and to make money before. So then it goes on to say, and you sinned, so I cast you off. So I cast you as a profane thing from the mountain of God. And the guardian cherub drove you out from among the stones of fire. Your heart was proud because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom for the sake of your splendor. I cast you to the ground. I exposed you before kings to feast their eyes on you. By the multitude of your iniquities, In the unrighteousness of your trade, you profaned your sanctuaries. So I brought you, I mean, so I brought out fire from within you. He consumed you, and I turned you to ashes on the earth in the sight of all who saw you. All who. So let me stop right here. Ask, do you think this is more about the actual main adversary, who they call Satan, or a man? Just from what we read.
I would say a man.
All things fine, fine. Do I need to keep going?
Uh,
I want to see the translation that other people always refer to. I think it's the King James. Because it's the way they word it. 28:13. Because I didn't see anything about music. Did you hear anything about music?
not really.
Where is it? Talking about, I remember it talks about like the bagpipes or something. Let me see. Bagpipes. Didn't find it. And it still goes to, okay, so it's definitely a translation because this one talks about pipes and trim bells. So what translation says that? The one we read didn't say it. So I'm trying to see which one says it. Because that's why people think what they think. Thought it was the KJV, but oh yeah, it does say pipes. So the KJV says in 13, you has been in Eden, the garden of God, every precious stone was your covering. And I'm gonna skip the names of them. And then it says the workmanship of your tabrets and of your pipes was prepared in you in the day that you were created. So it does say pipes. So they gave people an idea of like, oh, pipes, music. So they thought that's why they had music with it. No, other ones say pipes too. But, oh yeah, and it is a tabrets. I think that's trim bells maybe. This one just flat out says timbrels. Wow. But that's still the King James. That's the new King James though. The other ones don't say that. So maybe the King James just got people thinking. None of the other ones say that so far. Maybe it's just a King James thing. I never really paid this any attention. Okay, this one says it. The American Standard says tabrets and pipes was in it. So it's not just the KJV. That one says it. That's good. And a few more says it, but The majority don't. But even if it did say pipes, what does this got to do with the devil and like making music and having the so-called music industry under him and him being over it? I don't see it. Do you see it? So yeah, that's why I said when you read it, might see something different. People be making up stuff and connecting stuff. So, you got any other topics? Anything come to mind?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Well, shouldn't you won't end it right here? 55.
55
At least we
minutes.
talked about that. Because I hadn't went over that in a long time. The music. And it's been years since I read that. It's been such a long time. People, how you believe in some stuff? What was the other one you said? You said, what was it? Or did I say it and then you said you heard about it? I think maybe I said it. I was like, have you heard about the devil? Was it one before that? What was the one before that we were talking about? I can't even remember. Too many. But at least that one's done.